What's going on, everybody? Uh, Back again sooner this time, which I'm happy about. Don't have a large stack to show this time like last time, so we're not going to be here for 25 minutes, which I'm sure some of you are happy about. Don't have to sit and listen to me just go boom, boom, boom. Can actually talk about some of these a little bit more. Um, just a solid stack this time around, but I hope all of you are doing good. You know, Around here, it kind of went from really smoky and hot, which sucked, to basically 50s and raining. So we didn't even get a fall really. So for the past week, it's been raining here. Which, whatever. I guess a better excuse to go to the record stores. Although I'll make any excuse to go. But had a record show yesterday. Met up with some cool friends there, and then we went up to some stores afterwards as well. So I got some things at the show, got a couple things at one of the stores, and then on Saturday, I met up with one of those friends. Uh, the day before the show, we went down to a different city and did some digging because there was a record down there that I wanted. But we'll get to that. Um, you know, Not a very large stack here, but a really quality stack, and a little surprise at the end. So if you want a surprise, stick around to the end. Um, but yeah, let's start this thing. So I've showed this record on here before. Um, I absolutely love this record. I couldn't bring myself to not buy this copy just because it was very clean. I sold my last one when I did my big purge. That is Johnny Winter by Johnny Winter. Original pressing on the 2i. I really also kind of like this. It says, "Be careful with a fool." Great guitar, which I agree with. Um, if you like blues guitar, you have to get this record. I will never stop talking about how much I love this record. Just bluesy, bluesy, bluesy to the core on this one. It's his best record by far. It's got some shredding tunes, it's got some softer tunes. I love all of it. Super cheap, relatively easy to find. Kind of hard to find a clean copy, though, I will say that. So when I saw this one, black cover, and it's look very, very nice. I couldn't pass on it, even with the writing on the front. I find it kind of charming, though. I don't normally like writing, but I kind of like that. Just a great album. Highly, highly recommend. Uh, Bought this. I guess I should have stated this. I bought these two at the store after the record show. I bought both these at the same store. And that next one is Disraeli Gears by Cream. But this is a UK pressing on that Reaction label. Now, this is actually a second pressing. It has the unlaminated cover, but still came out in 67. I'm not going to be too picky about it because it is clean. I don't normally like to grade records near mint, but if I were to have one in my collection, it would be this one. There is not a mark on this vinyl. The jacket is super, super nice. I think like the only thing is like on the spine a little bit. I don't even know if you can see it, like right here, just a little bit. Yeah, I think it's right there. Great record, classic, classic psych record. It's Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker, Jack Bruce. I love Cream. Finally happy to have a UK copy in the collection. I'd seen some before, but at the time I just like couldn't afford it. But I saw it yesterday. It was a good price. Picked it up. Now this next one is one of the ones I got at the record show. I only got one rock record. Um, then I got two other records at the show, but those are jazz records, and we'll get to jazz. But Hot Rats by Zappa. Original pressing on the Bizarre label. Um, I sold my other copy and I regretted it. There weren't many that I regretted selling, but this was one because it took me this long to find another copy. I just, for some reason, cannot seem to attract original pressings of this record, and I don't know why. But I'm happy to have another one. It's really clean. I love this record. I don't know if I've ever said this on here, but Frank Zappa is one of my favorite guitar players. No, I definitely have. I think I have. But I think this is a great record to really get a grip on Zappa's guitar playing. Son of Mr. Green Jeans on here is killer. Obviously, you have Willie the Pimp, you got Peaches and Regalia, but I like Son of Mr. Green Jeans. That's a killer track. There's like a part in it when Frank just comes in like blazing with a little solo in there. Just a great record. I mean, it's the most accessible Frank record you can get. I would highly recommend everybody pick this up. Yeah, Hot Rats. Love this record. Happy to have another copy of it. Now, these next two I actually found last weekend. So I know I'm kind of like all over the place with when I found things. But these last two, or next two, not last two, I got more. Uh, I found them last weekend in Tacoma, which is where I went this past Saturday as well. I didn't plan on going this past Saturday, but there was a record that we'll get to still. But anyways, I thought that these were really cool finds, and I'm very happy to have them. The first being, I don't even know if you can see this, Master of Reality by Black Sabbath. But if you look right there, I don't know if you can see it, that is a Vertigo symbol. This is a German Vertigo pressing. Now, this is by no means the end-all be-all copy. Sorry for the glare on here. You know, I never take these things out of the jackets or like the covers. This is not the end-all be-all copy. This is a very much a starter copy. This spine is just wrecked, and the record doesn't look much better. A couple of the tracks, like Into the Void and Children of the Grave, play really well on here because, you know, those are inside, and typically I feel like, you know, inner tracks play better, grooves tighter. But yeah. But I got this for $25. I wasn't gonna pass it up. I couldn't leave it there. So it's a starter copy until, you know, maybe I get a UK copy. Who knows? We will see. Love this Sabbath record. It's a badass record. I mean, I wish Sweet Leaf played better on here. I absolutely love the song Sweet Leaf. It's a great opening track. You know, it comes in with that coughing. It's like, that's great. Children of the Grave and Into the Void are my other two. So I'm happy that those two play good. But just happy to even have a Vertigo copy. I absolutely love looking at this swirl. It's so cool. I'm going to put this back in, and we're going to see how quick I can do it. I gotta be careful of that spine though. It's really pretty beat up. But like I said, I couldn't leave it behind for that much. How can you? Master of Reality, love Sabbath, love this record. This next one I actually found just after I found that one, and that is Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Now, of course I love this record. I absolutely adore this record. But this one is special. This one is a white label promo. Now, if you don't know, I love promos. Uh, they're, I'm a sucker for them. I've said it on here before. I will always be a sucker for them, especially when it comes to albums that I absolutely love. Now, it did not come in this jacket, funny enough. It came in a pretty wrecked jacket. The vinyl's pretty nice, actually, but the jacket itself was destroyed. So I did not pay a crazy price for it because of that. So then the next day I went out and bought a nice copy of it, or a nice jacket at least, and I put it in there. I mixed and matched. Why not? It's nice. It looks good. Now I am looking for a copy that has the track listing sticker on it. I used to have one. I've showed it on here before. It was on the back cover, but I want one on the front cover, like right here maybe. That would be awesome. I would pair it with this. It would look so good. I love stickers too. I haven't even talked about the album, but what else am I going to say about this album? It's a classic. I don't love every track on here. Marrakesh Express, I'm not huge on. That might be the one I'm really just not into. I think Our House is on here. Is it on here? Let me check. No, it isn't. I thought it was on this record. It must be on Deja Vu. Anyways, I'm not a huge fan of Our House either. It's just not my favorite tracks. But Wooden Ship sounds incredible on this. Sweet Judy Blue Eyes sounds good. Helplessly Hoping sounds good. Guinevere sounds good. I love all of those tracks. It's a classic. Very easy to find a nice clean copy. If you don't have it, I don't know why you don't have it. Just grab it. It's cheap. It's good. You will not regret it. Okay, that's it for the rock. Some really cool stuff. Some stuff I was very happy to find. A white label promo of Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I saw it and I was like, whoa, that's really cool. I need to have that. But okay, now we're getting into the jazz. These first two I found at the show too, so these are my other record show finds. Now, I never have owned a copy of this record, and I don't know why, because I brought it home and I listened to it again, and I was like, I forgot how damn good this record is. That is Midnight Blue by Kenny Burrell. Now, this is a 1971 United Artists pressing. It's pretty clean. It's got a little bit of noise, but not enough to interfere with the music, which is great because this is a quieter album. This is a nighttime album, in my opinion. A sleek and sexy album. It sounds so good. It's Van Gelder stamped on here. Um, I'm very happy I picked this up. I almost didn't, and I did, and it sounds great. And I'm very, very happy with this. Like I said, a very sleek and sexy album. A great album if you were trying to get into jazz. This is a phenomenal album to do that for you. A guitar jazz album. So, very easy if you're coming from the rock realm or even the country realm. I'm a big believer that a lot of those three genres cross over when it comes to guitar playing. Jazz, country, blues, of course, which is the basis for rock music. All three of those will just they intertwine like that. Great record though. If you're not into jazz, check this one out and let me know what you think. Bowie's playing over here. I'm gonna hold this ball and see what he does. Maybe he'll show up on the video. Now this next one is another phenomenal album. One that is not talked about as much in the Blue Note catalog. Now, this is not an original. I can afford an original. Yet, at least. Maybe if I put my mind to it, I could. But I saw this copy. It was a great price. The guy gave me $10 off of it, so I could not pass it up. That is Little Johnny C by Johnny Coles. This is a 1970 West Coast pressing. This is a phenomenal album. I was gonna say hard bop album, but it's not just hard bop. It is about hard bop, post bop, little bit of cool jazz. Just the whole thing is really great. Don't know why this doesn't get talked about more. This is one of those little hidden gems in the Blue Note catalog. This is a great album. You should really listen to it. So you've got Johnny Coles on trumpet. It says trumpet right here. But you've also got Joe Henderson, Duke Pearson, Bob Crenshaw, and then Walter Perkins and Pete LaRocca take turns on the drums. I think, I'm a big believer that in lineups, sorry, Bobby just went past, that in lineups, if you like those people, it's generally going to be a good record. This is a good record and more. Check this one out. If it sounds like your thing, it's just phenomenal. It's a great album. Like I said, a little gem in the Blue Note catalog that doesn't get talked about as much. It is a little bit more now, but this is a great one. So those were my finds from the record store, or the record show. Duh. I got the Little Johnny C, the Midnight Blue, and the Hot Rats. I didn't go crazy. There was a lot of cool stuff there. A lot of rare stuff that was very expensive that I cannot afford. But I had a good time. Like I said, I met up with some friends. We all got some great records, but I still have more stories on that in the future. Now, this next one I also got on the same day as the Sabbath and the white label promo Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And that is Explorations by the Bill Evans Trio. Now, this is a 1966 Orpheum pressing, a stereo pressing. I got this at a different shop than those two, but I saw this, and how often do you see Bill Evans in the wild? Um, I had to get it. You know, it's another trio record. It's got Scott LaFaro on it. So of course I'm going to get it. Um, some people even say that this is their best album. I best studio album. I can agree with that, obviously. This is a phenomenal album. It's Bill's trio with Scott LaFaro in it. It's amazing. Um, yeah, I have a hard time talking about Bill Evans because it's like, what has he done that isn't good? I don't know. It's just a great album. If you don't know this one, listen to it. If you like Bill Evans at all, check this one out if you don't know it. Just great playing from the three of them. What a unit, what a group. This is a great, great album. The tracks, Elsa is amazing. Nardis is amazing. How Deep is the Ocean? Great tracks. Check this one out. Beautiful album. Now, this next one is a grail for me. Now, I'm not going to put that in the title of this video because I'm tired of putting grail all the time. But it is a grail for me. This is the one I went down for the day before the record show because I just could not pass on this record. And that is Proceed with Caution by Calvin Keys, an original pressing on Black Jazz. I've talked about Black Jazz on here before. I absolutely love Black Jazz. And this is a tough, tough record to find in this catalog. Um, I've never seen a copy until this one. Black Jazz just never pops up around here. This is an awesome album. If you, how do I describe it? So Calvin Keys was a guitar player. He put out two different albums on Black Jazz. This is his second album. The first one is called Shaunique. That is also a great album. This one explores a bit more. This one goes out on a post boppy funky limb, and I love it. This is amazing. This is a very unique record. Not super unique, but it's unique. Um, I don't really, I have nothing to compare it to be honest with you. I can't think of another album that's kind of like it. Um, Definitely recommend checking it out. Bowie, what you doing, man? I think he sees a bug. He's got the zoomies. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, moving on. So these last four records, um, I got these from the great Ilya Pisman. Uh, I've mentioned him on here before. Ilya is just a phenomenal guy. He is just the nicest, most humble, just a great, great guy. I think a very, a great example of what just a very kind person is. He's been a great friend to me. I'm very happy to have established a friendship with him. He he's a pillar of this community, in my opinion, and just a great guy. Anyways, sorry, uh, Ilya, you're probably watching. I want to thank you for these next four. I know I already did, but thank you. So these next four records I got from Ilya. Um, Two of them he just outright gave to me. The other two he let me take home to listen to see if I wanted to buy them off of him. The first one being uh, Betty Davis by Betty Davis. Now, this is an original pressing on Just Sunshine Records. In the Shrink. Ilya grabbed this for me at a pop up show about a month ago. I told him that I was interested in it. I'd never said, I was like, hey, like, please pick that up for me. He just picked it up for me and gave it to me yesterday because he came up and he was one of the friends I went with to the show. Um, just cannot believe I have this in this condition. Just incredible. This is a great record. I mean, this is my first Betty Davis record. It's also her first record. Just funk. Just some hardcore funk. Some sexy, some sleek, dirty funk. That's what Betty Davis is, and that's what's amazing about her music. She doesn't give a shit, and I love that. This is a great record. If you like funk and you don't know Betty Davis, you're missing out. one of the best to ever do it. This is a great record. I'm so happy to have this. And it's really cool too because I actually didn't know this about the original pressings. This is a foiled, uh, logo of her name. It's like silver foil in there. I had no idea. Very cool. Now these next two are the ones that Ilya let me take home to see if I wanted to buy. Um, I am gonna keep one of them, but the other one, I think he's gonna sell to our mutual friend Tuan. I've mentioned Tuan on here before. Tuan is actually the guy that I went to Tacoma with, and then I also went to the record show with. So me, him, and Ilya were the ones hanging out all day. Um, so this first one is the one that I think Tuan is going to buy off of Ilya. And that is Bags' Groove by Miles Davis. Look at this lineup. You got Sonny Rollins, Milt Jackson, Monk, Horace Silver, Percy Heath, and Kenny Clark. That's a killer lineup. Original pressing, deep groove on Prestige with the Fireworks label. It's honestly a very nice copy. Record's probably VG. Jacket is really, really nice in my opinion. There's like a little bit of corner stuff up here, but now the reason I passed on this is it's just not my favorite Miles album. Simply put. It's funny. I absolutely love this cover, but the music wise, it's just not my favorite. Um, I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. It's just not one I'm particularly fond of, I guess. Um, so I figured, try and see if Tuan could get this because he's looking for a copy. So hopefully he's able to buy this. They're able to work out a deal. I hope so. Now the one I would like to keep and buy from Ilya is this one, Sonny Rollins +4. Again, original pressing, deep groove on the 446 West 50th Street. That's a handful. Label or address on the label. This is an awesome record. It's been a long time since I listened to it, so I took it home and put it on. I was like, yes, I forgot about this record. You've got Sonny Rollins, Clifford Brown, Max Roach, Richie Powell, and George Morrow. Clifford Brown and Sonny Rollins with Max Roach on here are amazing. Now, Richie Powell is also phenomenal on here, holding everything down. This is a great, great record. I mean, just the caliber of playing on this record is very insane. They're all this. I know this session was put together very quickly, but man, they knocked it out of the park with this one. So that's why I would like to keep this. It's just such a good record, and I also don't know when I would ever see one again. To be honest with you, one that I could even afford. So I'm gonna buy this one off of Ilya. Sonny Rollins +4. If you don't know this record, check it out. You will be amazed. Anything Clifford Brown, anything Sonny Rollins, you gotta have. Okay, moving on to this last record that Ilya gave me. Now, he said that he had found 3 sealed copies of this record. This is my surprise, by the way. And asked if I knew the record. I said, yeah, I do, actually. I just had found out about it recently from another person in the vinyl community on Instagram. His name is Crate Diggers. He kind of turned me on to it, and then Ilya asked if I wanted a sealed copy, and I actually said no. I said, sell it, get yourself something nice. But he brought it anyways, he gave it to me. So, now, we're going to open this record. Now, this record is called The United Share by Julius Brockington. This is kind of a rare funk and soul record. Way rare to find it sealed like this. I mean, crazy. So, let's open this bad boy up. Let's take a gander at her. Gotta be careful. I gotta put a lot of focus into this. I absolutely love opening vintage sealed records. I think if you're a vintage collector, I feel like everybody kind of does. It's just fun. It's very, very fun. Okay. Let's take a look at her. Got the record out. It is now officially open. If I can show you. See? Nothing inside. It's open. Let's take a look at it. cool. Oh man, that's super cool. Sorry guys, I'm just taking a look at this. Oh man, that's awesome. Um, I love opening sealed records like that. I always find it to be very fun and exciting, and quite frankly, like exhilarating. So that was a good treat for me. So, man, oh man, thank you, Ilya, for everything. You are a great friend, a great person in the vinyl community, and I'm very happy that I know you. Okay, guys, I went on longer than I thought I would. But, anyways, I'm happy I kind of got to talk about these all a little bit more. You know, give some background, tell some little bit of story behind some of these. Um, I am super stoked with everything that I got. You know, from the black jazz to the little Johnny C to hot rats again. I mean, just happy to be adding some real good quality stuff back in to the collection. But that's it. That's all I got for you guys. I hope that you guys stay happy, stay healthy. You know, if winter's starting to hit you guys, I hope you guys are prepared for it. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Take it easy, everybody.